Have you ever imagined that just the very first few minutes after you wake up could quietly decide how long you'll live? Sounds unbelievable, right? But modern science is now proving that small, simple choices in those early moments don't just add years to your life. They can keep you sharp, strong, and energized and all the way into old age. Hi there, I'm Dr. David Morgan, and welcome to this channel where we break down simple yet powerful steps that help you age smarter, live stronger, and feel healthier every single day. If you're over 60 or you care about someone who is, today's message is especially for you. And if this kind of content resonates with you, go ahead and hit that like button so more people can discover these life-changing insights. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever thought about what's really happening inside your body the very moment you open your eyes? Not just whether you feel tired or awake, but what your heart, your brain, and your blood vessels are going through in that exact instant. Here's the surprising truth. What you drink, how you breathe, and even the small ways you move during those first few minutes can determine whether you'll feel vibrant at 8 or fragile at 70. Cutting-edge research from world-class institutions like Harvard and the Cleveland Clinic reveals something fascinating. The most resilient seniors, people who live past 90 while staying clear-minded, mobile and full of energy, all share one key thing: they built simple morning habits that completely transform the way they age. And no, this isn't about miracle cures or expensive supplements. It's about easy, common sense practices backed by real science. Unfortunately, most people over 65 have never even heard of them. And even if they have, many dismiss these strategies as not important. But your story doesn't have to be like that. Because today I'm going to reveal what top physicians now call the golden formula for longevity. Imagine this: a simple 5-minute morning ritual that could literally reshape the way your body and brain age. And the best part, it doesn't require fancy gadgets, complicated routines, or expensive supplements. All it takes is intention and the consistency to show up for yourself every single morning. But before we dive in, I want to pause for a moment and connect with you. What's your name and where in the world are you tuning in from? Drop a comment down below. I make it a point to read each one because this isn't just a channel, it's a community. And speaking of community, it's growing faster than ever. This space is filled with wise, empowered adults just like you, and I'd be truly honored to get to know you better. If this video brings you a spark of clarity, encouragement, or hope, make sure you subscribe and tap the notification bell. That way you'll never miss out on the strategies that keep you independent, energized, and fully in control of your health, no matter what age you are. Now let me show you just how powerful this 5-minute habit can be by sharing a story. It's about Michael, a 68-year-old retired engineer from San Diego. For most of his career, he lived with structure and discipline. But when retirement arrived, that structure began to unravel. Within just 2 years, everything seemed to slip away. Fatigue became his daily companion. Every morning his joints ached so badly it felt as if they were rusted shut. Then came the wake-up call. His cardiologist gave him a serious warning: change your lifestyle or face dangerous consequences. Michael later confided, "I truly believed I might not live long enough to watch my grandchildren grow up." That thought crushed me. But life had a surprise in store. A neighbor who happened to be a retired physician shared a simple suggestion: not a treatment, not a prescription, but a short morning ritual, less than 5 minutes a day. Michael was skeptical at first, as most of us would be. But as he told me, I figured I had nothing left to lose. Weeks later, he noticed the difference. 6 months in, the transformation was undeniable. His blood pressure dropped into a healthy range. His cholesterol levels balanced out. His heart rhythm stabilized. Even his echocardiogram showed dramatic improvement. Today, at 70 years old, Michael's lab results look like those of a man in his mid-50s. His energy is back, his mobility is strong, and most importantly, he feels like he's reclaimed his future. "It honestly feels like life handed me a second chance," Michael told me. "And it all started with just 5 tiny steps to gently wake up my body every single morning." Let's break down the very first one: hydration. Here's the truth: when you first open your eyes, your body is already in a state of mild dehydration, even if you don't feel thirsty. Why? Because throughout the night, your body quietly loses nearly half a liter of fluid through your breath and your skin. You don't notice it, but it happens every single time you sleep. That hidden dehydration thickens your blood, forcing your heart and blood vessels to work harder than they should. And this matters a lot. In fact, this is one of the biggest reasons why strokes and heart attacks are statistically more likely to occur within the first 1 to 2 hours after waking up, especially in adults over 65. So what's the solution? Simple: rehydrate immediately. Before you even think about coffee, tea, or breakfast, drink about 16 ounces of room temperature water mixed with the juice of a quarter of a fresh lemon. Now, why room temperature? Because ice-cold water actually tightens and constricts your blood vessels, the last thing you want when your body is desperately trying to restore oxygen flow and circulation after sleep. On the other hand, lukewarm water helps open up those vessels, allowing blood to move freely and easing pressure on your heart. And the lemon, that's not just for taste. Fresh lemon juice delivers potassium, vitamin C, and natural electrolytes that help relax artery walls, balance blood pressure, and calm inflammation. Even better, it triggers your liver enzymes to flush out toxins your body worked overnight to filter. Here's something most people never hear: the citrus compounds in lemon actually stimulate collagen production. That means stronger joints, healthier connective tissue, and skin that stays more elastic and youthful as you age. This 1-minute hydration habit can literally reset your morning physiology, from your cardiovascular system to your mental clarity. But water is just the beginning. To fully wake up your circulation and metabolism, your body also needs gentle, intentional movement within those first few minutes after rising. Hydration powers the system, but movement is what gets everything flowing. Now let's move on to the second piece of this powerful morning routine. And trust me, this 1-minute practice could be the game changer your mornings have been missing. Before we dive in, let me pause and say this: if you're still here watching, thank you. That tells me something important. You're not here by accident. You're here because you've chosen to invest in your health and your future. And that choice matters more than you realize. If you're still with me, type A1 down in the comments. I want to see who's truly committed to this journey, who's ready to fight for a longer, stronger, more vibrant life. So let's talk about the second step movement, specifically what I like to call the circulation reset. It's just 60 seconds of intentional physical activity right after you get out of bed, but the impact is far greater than most people imagine. Here's why: when you've been lying still for hours, your blood naturally pools in your lower body. That means your brain is getting less circulation right when you stand up. This is one of the key reasons many older adults feel dizzy or unsteady in the morning. In more serious cases, that sudden imbalance in blood flow can even trigger dangerous clot formation. It's subtle, it's common, but the good news is it's completely preventable. Leading cardiologists now emphasize how vital this step is. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that if your blood isn't redistributed properly after waking you, start the day with what they call compressed circulation. Your vessels remain constricted, your brain receives less oxygen, and as a result, you feel sluggish, foggy, and drained before the day even begins. But here's the exciting part. With just 1 minute of targeted movement, you can flip the switch. Dr. Elena Torres, a specialist in vascular health for seniors, reports that this short burst of activity can increase blood flow to the brain by as much as 40%. Think about that: 40% more oxygen, energy, and clarity delivered straight to your brain in just 60 seconds. This is why I call it the circulation reset. It primes your heart, wakes up your vessels, and sets your brain up for sharp focus, all before you've even had your first sip of coffee. That's right up to 40% more blood flow to your brain in just 1 minute. And the benefits: fewer dizzy spells, a sharper and clearer mind, better balance, and a dramatically reduced risk of stroke or dangerous clots. The best part: you don't need any fancy equipment, no complicated routines. You don't even have to step outside your bedroom. All it takes is a little intention. Here's exactly what to do. The moment you get out of bed, stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Raise both arms slowly above your head while taking a deep, steady breath in through your nose. Lower your arms gently as you exhale fully through your mouth. Next, roll your shoulders backward 5 times, smooth, relaxed motions, then roll them forward 5 times. Finally, perform 10 heel raises. Just lift your heels off the ground, hold for a second, then lower them slowly. These simple movements work like a natural pump, pushing blood from your legs back toward your heart and brain. It takes only a minute, but the difference lasts for hours. You'll feel your body warming up, your mental fog lifting, and that heavy morning sluggishness melting away. Think of it as flipping on your body's ignition switch without pills, without stimulants, without side effects. And here's a powerful bonus most people don't realize. These small movements also jumpstart your lymphatic system. Unlike your circulatory system, which has your heart to keep blood moving, the lymphatic system has no pump of its own. It depends entirely on your muscles. When you move, you help lymph fluid flow, clearing out toxins, boosting immune defenses, and keeping inflammation at bay. So in just 60 seconds, you're not only fueling your heart and brain, you're detoxifying your entire system and strengthening your immunity. Now, with your body hydrated and your circulation fully awake, you're in the perfect state to take in nutrients. But here's where many people unknowingly sabotage their health. If you skip protein, within the first 30 minutes of waking, your body may actually begin breaking down its own muscle tissue just to create energy. This hidden process is called catabolism, and it's shockingly common in adults over 65. Even if you eat a balanced diet later in the day, your body may already be breaking down precious muscle tissue in the early morning hours. That's why the third step in our 5-minute morning formula is something I call protein timing. And trust me, the timing here is just as critical as the protein itself. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that as we grow older, our bodies naturally accelerate muscle breakdown in the early hours of the day. If you don't step in quickly with a high-quality source of protein, your body starts stealing energy from your own muscles. The result? Gradual loss of strength, a weaker immune system, and a much higher risk of falls frailty and loss of independence. Geriatric nutrition specialist Dr. Rebecca Fleming explains it best. Adults over 65 who consume 25 to 30 grams of protein within the first 30 minutes of waking lose up to 64% less muscle over 5 years, compared to those who delay or skip breakfast altogether. That's not just a small difference, that's life-changing. So what should you actually eat? The answer is simpler than you think. A high-quality whey protein shake, 4 to 5 egg whites with 1 whole egg, a bowl of Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein powder. If you're vegetarian, soft tofu cottage cheese, or a clean plant-based protein blend from pea or rice. Here's the key. It's not about the exact source, it's about getting it in early and doing it consistently. Think about it. Maybe you felt like you eat healthy, yet year after year, your energy drops, your muscles weaken, and everyday tasks feel harder. The missing piece could be this timing factor. By shifting your protein intake to the very start of the day, you're fueling stronger muscles, steadier joints, better energy, sharper thinking, and even a healthier cardiovascular system. And there's another hidden bonus: appetite control. Studies reveal that early protein intake stabilizes blood sugar, cuts cravings, and helps prevent overeating at lunch or dinner. That's especially powerful for older adults managing weight, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes. So let's put it all together. By simply doing 3 things every morning: drinking lemon water, moving your body to reset circulation, and fueling your muscles with protein, you're not just setting up your day for success. You're building a foundation for a longer, clearer, stronger future. And now let's unlock the next piece of this puzzle, something almost everyone ignores until it's far too late. Here's a little-known truth. One of the biggest reasons older adults struggle with stiffness, reduced mobility, and even dangerous falls has surprisingly little to do with age itself. Instead, it's about what they're not doing in those first few minutes after waking up. And that's why element 4 may be the missing piece you've been searching for. Are you still with me? If you're watching right now, I want to pause and say thank you. Your commitment means everything. By staying here, you're proving to yourself and to the people around you that your health is worth fighting for. Drop a 3 in the comments so I know you're still on this journey with me. And if this video has sparked even a single helpful insight so far, hit that like button and share it with someone you love. These simple actions can ripple out and create real change, not only for you, but for the people you care about most. Now let's dive into element 4, the 90-second mobility sequence. After an entire night of stillness, it's not only your blood flow that slows down, your joints, tendons, and muscles also stiffen up, becoming tighter and less responsive. And this lack of mobility is one of the most silent threats to independence as we age. Think about its simple, everyday movements like bending to pick something up, Twisting to glance behind you, or even climbing out of bed too quickly can suddenly turn into painful strains or worse, serious injuries. Every single year, thousands of older adults lose their independence, not because of illness, but because of avoidable falls, chronic stiffness, or joint damage, all caused by skipping warm-up movements in the morning. And the science backs this up. Orthopedic specialists at the Mayo Clinic explain that while you sleep, the protective liquid inside your joints, called synovial fluid, becomes thicker. If you try to move without loosening it up first, your joints grind with extra friction. That means every step creates more wear and tear, accelerating arthritis, reducing flexibility, and in some cases even leading to permanent joint damage. But here's the good news. The solution is simple. Right after completing your circulation reset from earlier, take just 90 seconds to go through a gentle science-backed mobility sequence. These movements will lubricate your joints, engage your key muscle groups, and protect your body from the inside out. Here's exactly what to do for the 90-second mobility sequence. Start by sitting on the edge of your bed. Begin with your ankles, rotate each foot 10 times clockwise, then 10 times counterclockwise. This simple movement wakes up circulation in your lower legs and gently primes the joints for safe walking. Next, move to your knees. Slowly rotate each knee in small circles, about 10 rotations per side. Keep the motion gentle and controlled. Feel the stretch, stay relaxed, and don't rush. Now stand up. Hold on to a stable surface. Your bed frame or a sturdy chair works perfectly. From here, lean your upper body gently from side to side, 5 times on each side. Then slowly twist your torso left and right. No jerky motions, just smooth, controlled turns that wake up your spine. To finish, roll your shoulders backward 10 times while breathing deeply and calmly. That's it. In less than 2 minutes, you have loosened your joints, improved your balance, reduced stiffness, and significantly lowered your risk of falls. Especially important if you've struggled with back issues, knee pain, or spinal challenges in the past. And here's the hidden bonus. Most people don't realize mobility exercises directly influence your mood. When you move your body, you release endorphins, the natural feel-good chemicals your brain produces. These hormones elevate your sense of well-being and help push away the early morning anxiety or sadness that often creeps in, especially for older adults living alone or those dealing with fatigue loss or isolation. But it doesn't stop there. This little ritual also acts as a bridge between rest and action. It gives your body time to warm up your mind, time to transition, and your spirit a moment to align before the demands of the day begin. Think of it like tuning an instrument before a performance. You're not only preventing injury, you're setting the tone for how you want to live. Now, at this point, your body is hydrated, your blood is circulating, your muscles are fueled, and your joints are prepped for safe movement. But we're not done yet. There's still one final step, one that may be the most important of all, waking up your mind. Because let's face it, if your brain feels foggy, scattered, or disconnected, it doesn't matter how strong your body is. The truth is simple, you can't fully enjoy life if you're not mentally present for it. That's why the fifth and final element of this routine is what I call the mental clarity exercise. This step has nothing to do with stretching your muscles or moving your body. It's all about the organ that shapes every single moment of your existence, your brain. Many people assume cognitive decline is just a natural part of aging, something that's unavoidable after 65. But modern science tells us a very different story. Research from Stanford's Center for Brain Longevity shows that the first 30 minutes of your morning represent a golden window of opportunity, a time when you can actively strengthen your memory, sharpen your attention, and boost your mental agility. How is that possible? Through a simple mental technique that stimulates the production of a remarkable protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as fertilizer for your brain cells. It helps you grow brand new neurons and build stronger, faster connections between the ones you already have. And here's the best part, you don't need to memorize poems, play chess, or solve math problems to activate it. All it takes is 1 minute of focused memory recall. Here's how it works. After finishing your mobility sequence, sit down comfortably and close your eyes. Begin replaying your previous day, but do it in reverse. Start with your evening. What did you eat for dinner? Who did you talk to? What clothes were you wearing? Then move back through your afternoon and then to your morning. What details stand out? Where did you go? How did you feel? Once this becomes easier, Push yourself further. Recall events from 2 days ago. Try to bring back small, specific details. The smell of your breakfast, the color of someone's shirt, the sound of the weather outside. This deceptively simple exercise has been proven to slow age-related cognitive decline and preserve mental sharpness well into your 80s and 90s. In fact, studies reveal that people who practice this regularly often test as mentally sharp as individuals 10 to 20 years younger. Even more exciting, this habit builds what neuroscientists call cognitive reserve, your brain's backup system. When one pathway starts to weaken, your brain can create new ones, keeping your mind resilient, flexible, and capable, no matter your age. What this really means is powerful if you ever face age-related brain changes or moments of neurological stress. Your mind is far better equipped to adapt, recover, and keep functioning normally. And when you combine this mental workout with proper hydration, intentional movement, protein timing, and mobility, the benefits don't just add up, they multiply. It becomes a full-body, full-mind synergy that doesn't just help you live longer, it helps you live better. So let me ask you, are you ready to make these 5 minutes the most transformative part of your day? Because if you are, you're not just changing your morning, you're shaping your entire future. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 5 habits are you most excited to begin tomorrow. And if you're already practicing 1 or 2 of them, share your story. I'd love to hear how it's impacted your life. Your words might inspire someone else to start their own journey. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more content designed to honor your body, sharpen your mind, and uplift your spirit one day at a time. Now here's something fascinating. Once your brain is hydrated, oxygenated, and fully awake, every cognitive exercise you do works on an entirely different level. Your focus sharpens your memory, recall speeds up your mood, elevates. Simply put, you're fueling your brain before you ask it to perform, and that makes all the difference. And now, my friends, we've reached the heart of today's message. Just 5 minutes, 5 intentional steps. That's all it takes to build a rock-solid foundation for a healthier, stronger, and more independent life, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond. Let's recap. 1. Hydrate with lemon water. 2. Reset your circulation with 1 minute of movement. 3. Fuel your muscles with timely protein. 4. Protect your joints with a 90-second mobility sequence. 5. Awaken your mind with focused recall. Each of these habits may sound simple on its own, but when combined, they create a morning routine powerful enough to transform not only the way you age, but the way you live every single day. And yes, I know it might sound almost too easy, but here's the truth. Longevity isn't built on dramatic, complicated changes. It's built on small, consistent steps that compound into something extraordinary. It's often the small, overlooked actions, the ones that don't make headlines or go viral, that create the most profound long-term impact. And sadly, because they're so simple, most people miss them. That's why so many older adults slowly slip into dependency, losing strength, clarity, and control bit by bit. But then there's a smaller, determined group. They do things differently. They remain sharp, they remain strong, they remain free mentally, physically, and emotionally well into their 90s. If you were to ask me the real secret to longevity, I wouldn't point to medications or medical procedures. I'd point to habits, consistent, daily, repeatable habits. And it all begins in the morning. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, before the world pulls at your attention, try these 5 steps. Just begin. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just shift how you start your day and watch how those ripples begin to transform everything else. If today's message resonated with you, even just one piece of it, hit that like button. It helps more than you know and ensures more people get access to life-changing information like this. And in the comments, tell me which of these 5 elements will you begin with tomorrow? Will it be hydration, gentle movement, a little morning protein? Share your thoughts. I read every single one. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another practical, powerful tip to help you stay strong, vibrant, and in control of your health journey. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this. If there's someone in your life, a parent, a grandparent, a neighbor, or even a close friend, someone over 65 you care about deeply, share this video with them. You may not just be giving them advice. You may be handing them a second chance at freedom, at clarity, at truly living, rather than just surviving. Because sometimes the most meaningful gifts don't come wrapped in a box. They come in the form of quiet, consistent habits. And these 5 minutes each morning, just 5 minutes might be the most valuable gift you ever pass along.